Gotcha. Luke got one hung.
I don't know when I spotted that one.
She nose down on it, baby. Good night. There she is.
Now, folks, you are looking at the current biggest largemouth ever caught on Fishin' Affliction. This fish was caught during last year's Florida Frenzy when Luke joined his dad down there with J.B. Bassmaster, and Luke was able to catch this gigantic monster, tipping the scales at an incredible 9.5 pounds and knocking my 9-pound Gunnersville largemouth from that coveted position.
That fish ain't like a male.
Yeah, she is. You got to put her on the big side. How does she feel, Luke?
Real big. Real big.
Well, folks, this fish ought to feel big because she is big. And exactly how big is she? Well, guess what the guys had in the boat during the 2013 Florida Frenzy? A scale. And guess whose scale it was? You guessed it, it was my scale.
What's the number?
9.8.
9.5.
9.8. That's a monster, boy. That's the biggest fish ever caught on Fishin' Affliction.
That's awesome.
Yes. Thanks, Dan.
Hey, that was everybody though.
Hey.
You almost, she came after your bait, you saw her, and then I caught her.
That's all right, man. I don't care. As long as we tricked her, that's good.
That's how it
9.8. That's the biggest fish we caught on Fishin' Affliction. 9.8.
Awesome fish,
Good
Luke.
job, man. Good job. 9.8,
Awesome fish,
boy.
Luke.
Woo.
Well, folks, the scale told the tale. This largemouth weighed 9.50 pounds, beating my Gunnersville largemouth by a half a pound.
How big is this fish? How big is that?
And that's a fair bite.
How big is that
It's
fish?
huge.
Well, folks, I knew this fish weighed exactly 9 pounds because I used a scale, which coincidentally was the same exact scale that weighed Luke's fish 1 year later. But here we are today, folks, with the big dog landing this monster during the 2014 Florida Frenzy, possibly the biggest largemouth ever caught on Fishin' Affliction TV. And we don't have a scale in the boat. So how are we going to determine the new Fishin' Affliction record? Well, it's simple. We are not going to decide, but you, the many fans of Fishin' Affliction TV, are going to make the decision on which one is the biggest fish. And this is how you can do it. Simply go to our Facebook page and let us know which fish you think is the biggest fish. Is it Luke's 2013 Florida Giant or the Big Dog's 2014 Florida Frenzy Giant? We'll have a couple pictures up there on Facebook so you can take a good close look at both of these fish. And we will tally up all the Facebook votes to see which one you think is the new Fishin' Affliction record. So after the show, be sure to cast your vote and we will let you know through Facebook who holds the new record. Folks, we're having a whole bunch of fun catching fish and trying to figure out which one is the biggest one ever caught on Fishin' Affliction TV. And in a moment, we'll be right back with some more fishing action. And when we return, we're going to hear all about a brand new exciting bait shop that's opened up in the Hendersonville area, Walker's Bait and Tackle. All that when we return to Fishin' Affliction. But right now, it's time to head upstairs to the kitchen to see what Miss Vicki Porter's got cooking this week.
In the Skillet with Chef Vicki Porter is brought to you by Cleepy.com, turning your precious memories into video treasures.
Welcome to In the Skillet. I'm Vicki Porter. If you're like me during these really hot days of summer, you like to have something light and refreshing for dinner, and that's exactly what I have for you today. It's my strawberry feta salad. And now for the ingredients. You will need slivered almonds, minced garlic, honey, Dijon mustard, raspberry vinegar, balsamic vinegar, brown sugar, olive oil, lettuce, strawberries, feta cheese, and mushrooms. First, in a skillet, toast your almonds for a couple of minutes. Now it's time to make our dressing for the salad. First, we're going to add some olive oil, now our raspberry vinegar, a little balsamic vinegar, about a tablespoon of honey, and a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Now we'll add our minced garlic and last our brown sugar. Now mix this all together. After you put all your salad ingredients together, last top it with your toasted almonds. For the hot days of summer, you will really enjoy this salad. You can find this recipe at intheskillet.com. I'm Vicki Porter. Tune in next week to see what's cooking in the skillet.